from you. Are you interested in lack of skill? Yeah. Or maybe some suck. I'm just a new guy for the love of game. Wait, don't go, I know it's bad. Times have changed, but not by mad. Don't you know that games are my thing? Yeah, I know it's getting real late. Come on, look at me. I even do storytelling. Also podcasts on great game subjects. Okay, yeah, I'm not a Markiplier or a PewDiePie. But hey, that's what makes me so unique, right? 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 What's up, guys? Wow. Yeah, it's the NIKO Show. What's up? How you guys doing? Yeah, it's me, NikoTheLegend, also known as the one-man teenager and the snowflake. Liar! I swear I'm not a liar, Anakin. I swear I didn't do it. So, guys, it is July 10th, 2020. That's basically going to be like the, oh my god, it's like an alarm clock, the year is 2020. From all the stuff that's been going on this year, I think it's just, the world's just ready to explode at this point. Oh my god, like a giant boil. Ugh, that sounds gross. Ugh. So, I hope you guys are doing well. I am super excited about this NIKO show. There's a lot to talk about. Why am I seeing an advertisement for Kim Kardashian? She's like, hi, I'm still really hot even when I'm like 45 now. I don't know. She's close to her 40s or in her early 40s. I don't know. She's got big hooties and an ass, right?
Man, I suck.
Fuck, get this guy off me.
Ah, come on. You know you guys have the hots for it. So anyway, guys, like I said, this is a very, very special NIKO show episode because we have so much to talk about. We got, oh man, we got a couple articles that are gonna get me real fired up. You want to see some NIKO passion? It's gonna happen this motherfucking show. I'm not kidding. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna get fired up. I was even reiterizing it and speaking it out loud when I was in the shower before this. Like, I know it sounds really over the top, but I was just already getting fired up, especially about the TikTok thing, and you'll see why. Now, here at the NIKO show, if this is your first time ever seeing it or hearing me on the Spotify podcast whenever it decides to go up, but hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the previous episodes that are on Spotify. If you don't know where to find me, I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Spotify. Spotify is the latest platform where you can find me. Just type in the NIKO show, aka shameless plug. But it's just, just round of applause to me just getting that out there. No, but it's really exciting to have another platform for you guys to hear me out on certain things. You know what? Even if we don't agree on the same thing, it doesn't matter. In the end, we're just trying to be respectful of one another's opinion. Because in the end, we just want to live our lives vicariously, and just, you do you, right? And I do me. And why is that a problem? Unless you're like some kind of mass murderer, serial killer, or terrorist, then I'll have an issue with you. But if you're just living your best life, doing your thing, try not to bother people in the real world by just being a troll like some people are, and we're gonna get into that on how massively disgusting the trolling is, especially in the TikTok subject. I think the TikTok section is gonna get me the most fired up because it just makes us even more divided than we already are. Like, I'm really, 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 really sick of it at this point, and I'm sure you guys are too. It's like, look, why can't we all just get along, right? I know this sounds kind of like a pussy thing to say, but why can't we just get along? Like I said, if you're not a terrorist, serial killer, rapist, any of that, you're not a violent person, then I'm sure we can find some common ground here. I mean, those are some pretty extreme check boxes, to mark off. So before we get into that, I usually go into talking about what's going on in my personal life and then the games that I'm playing. So let's go into personal life. Well, in the town that I'm in, I won't say where, but where I'm working in the town that I work at. Okay, are we all confused right now?
This monster's gonna help me reach my future.
Yeah, sure. Sure, Joey Wheeler. So my city where I work at has just mandated masks Once again, not my county, but just the city, a particular city. So what does that mean? Well, it's just if anywhere you go, pretty much you have to wear a mask in that city. Now there are some exceptions. If you're in a gym like me, where I work at and train, you don't have to wear a mask. Okay. Well, if you're exercising, you don't have to wear a mask. If you're inside restaurants, you don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to wear a mask inside your own house. Like, how fucking stupid would that be to wear a mask inside your own house? I'm sorry. Unless you're really, really sick and you really don't want to risk anyone getting sick, well, at that point, you just quarantine yourself and just fucking sleep in a hazmat suit the whole time. Okay?
Stop right there, criminal scum.
So, that just happened like a couple days ago. Listen, guys, I'm not a mask Nazi. I'm not a mask fascist. I'm not going to be like, put your mask on. I'm not going to punch you in the face if you're not wearing your mask. I'm just going to maybe just be cautious and be like, check you out a little bit and be like, are you hot? Are you sick? Are you fat? Out of shape? What's wrong with you? Are you coughing everywhere? And then I go from there. I just go with my best judgment, and that's it. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and just cause more mayhem than there already is. There's some fucking crazy-ass people out there that have a real stick up their ass. I was in St. Augustine this past weekend, and there was a fucking lady who was walking around, out-of-shape lady with a mask that wasn't on. It was under her chin, okay? Remember that fact. She had 2 signs up that says, mandate masks, or make masks mandatory, like, letting you know that you should always be wearing your mask. She wasn't wearing one. It was under her chin.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
Like, it was the most hypocritical fucking thing ever. Do you like it when out-of-shape people or people that look like they're on their last lifeline tell you how to run your life? You just feel some kind of way about it, and it really pisses you off. And especially as a fitness person, when I get mansplained by Karens... God, fucking Karens. Of course, there's got to be a Karen term for white people, right? But it's funny, though. See, I don't mind because I'm past that. I can look past the whole race thing about it. But it doesn't matter. It's like, what are you even trying to tell me right now? You're a fucking idiot because of how hypocritical you look. So I will never be like that. You want to go into a store and not wear a mask? Okay, fine. Now, if I'm working at a store and I'm required to be like, hey, you need to put your mask on, that's a different story. But the only place I'm working at right now is the gym. And the gym, if you're exercising, yeah, I'm not going to wear your mask. You can wear a mask if you want. I don't see the benefit of it because you're just hacking or you're just breathing real hard and you're probably going to be even in more trouble because you're going to pass out eventually if you're working out real hard, But you know what? You do you, right? If you feel more comfortable doing that, whatever. That's fine. But don't be like this virtue signaling piece of crap that nobody likes a virtue signal. And I don't know why people respect people on Twitter who do that shit all the time. It's just obnoxious. Even people that I follow that I appreciate, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all about it, you know? It's just all ties into one shit pile, dirty laundry. I can't fold out. I can't air my dirty laundry. It's just too much in 2020. So that's like the main thing that's happening in the life of me working. Now, just a reminder, I did finish the NIKO Show book about a few weeks ago. I was thinking about starting editing it this week, but I haven't done it. It's not, don't worry, it's not like I'm not ever going to do it. It's just, I was possibly going to do it. And I think at this point it's going to be one of those things that I'm just going to have to sit down and just kind of force myself to do it. But hey, when you spend 7 years working on a book project, it's a pretty stress relieving thing, and you kind of don't want to go back to it for a while. It's the same, for example, when I used to be in a band as drummer in this punk band with my old friends, we're not friends anymore. When we were done recording our first demo, I didn't play drums for an entire month after that because of how stressful it was. And we were just in the studio for one fucking day. I didn't play drums for a goddamn month. Imagine how 7 years is going to be. Guys, it'll be done in like 20 years from now. You'll see. It's good old days and it's good.
Liar!
No, but for real, I'm just glad it's done. I compile all the chapters. I just got to go through it and edit myself and then have a professional edit it. And then we go from there, and then we get it published, okay? It sounds easy in theory, but on paper it might be a little bit more difficult. And there's some other things that I got to do to make the book complete. Like, I got to do the map of the world, and I have a clever way of doing it because I don't have all the cities and locations laid out because sometimes I just go kind of wing it a little bit and just make up as I go along. But now I do both, where I actually sit down and do outlines for each chapters. But the world itself, I have a general idea of like what it's about for the most part and how it functions and like what's going on. But at the same time, I kind of just let it come to my head. I don't really like to just sit there all night just fucking worrying about it, So my map is going to be like, it's going to say the world so far on what we have in this book. And then as each book gets created, the map's going to be more completed. It just makes more sense that way. So I'm not just like completely overwhelming you guys with all these different locations. You'll see what you need to see. It's all circumstantial. Anyway, so yeah, super excited that that's done. I guess... No, I'm not dating anyone. That's okay. I'm still froggy and slimy and still got no hair, but that's okay. Hey, I wear a Mario hat to cover up my shame. Just kidding. So, let's get into the video game talk. What I'm playing for videos. I just beat Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition last night. About an 80-hour long play session. Total hours. And holy fuck, was it a crazy good game. If there's anybody who's got a Switch out there, or a 3DS, or a Wii, and you want to play a Dynamo... JRPG, Xenoblade Chronicles, especially the Definitive Edition. There's so much to do, so much to offer. Oh my god, when you beat it, you still have New Game Plus that you can do. You can continue your cleared file. I like how I'm cringing right now. And then you can just keep playing pretty much after you're done. Like I said, New Game Plus, or you can just keep playing your cleared file and try to complete everything, get all the affinity charts, complete all the quests, just doing everything, right? And then there's the extra story, the epilogue, which is like another 10 to 20 hours long. So yeah, you could say it definitely has my money's worth. It was fucking fantastic. So fantastic that I bought it twice because I wanted to get the Definitive Works edition. I couldn't get it right away. I wanted that art book and that sweet box that comes in, and the physical. I bought digitally in the beginning. And the next game that's coming out that I'm really excited to get is Paper Mario Origami Kid. A Mario JRPG. Or RPG. What's not to like? No color splash, no filling in cards with paint, no sticker star bullshit. It's just classic RPG, turn-based, with a spin to it, with a twist. Literally, it's got a spin mechanism in it. You gotta see it. It's pretty cool. And it looks fucking fantastic. So that's a game I'm really excited for. And then other games I've been playing on stream is Final Fantasy 9, because we're celebrating the 20th anniversary. Well, also I made a deal with Grip. If he would buy it, I would finish it on stream. Eventually. Just kidding. I've been streaming it quite a bit, so it's such a great game. Playing Red Dead Redemption 2. There's Halo. I streamed The Outer Worlds a couple days ago. That was really fun to get back into. So there's still a bunch of stuff. I'm still playing Pokemon, Animal Crossing. It's just like I'm just like everybody else. I can't stick to one game, right? It's really hard for me to do that. I share the load. That's because I bought too much. So much to do. So guys, that's all for me. Let's talk about the main reason why we're here. So we're going to go through The Last of Us Part 2, we're going to go through TikTok, and we're going to go through Final Fantasy 9 if I reach that point within the hour. So strap yourselves for one bitch of a ride, because it's going to be fucking insane. I'm going to take a big sip here. If you're listening to this on podcast, I hope you can hear it. Okay. So there's probably a few things that I left out from personal life stuff and just video game stuff. But you get the general idea. I'm not going to spend all day or the whole time talking about it. Okay. So, Okay. The Last of Us Part 2. I'm going to bring this up right now. You're going to see it in a second. Oh! Okay. Yeah, I know it's small, and I know people can't see it on Spotify, but I have an article up of it. It's just there for reference sake, okay? I'm not even gonna read off of it because I've got enough. Okay, my main recommendation on how I feel about The Last of Us Part 2 is Angry Joe Show. No matter what you feel about him, you don't like his opinions on stuff, you think he's an asshole, whatever reason you don't like him, or if you do like him, great. I highly recommend just checking out his video because he pretty much explains everything why I don't like this game. And look, I don't like to be a part of that common statistic of like, I didn't like the spoilers, the story's bad, I didn't care for the characters. Well, I really didn't care for the characters in this game, and it's not because they were LGBTQ or lesbian or trans. That wasn't it, okay? That's fine. You can have that in there. if if it's the natural way of how this character is developed, whatever. I don't care. But when you have a shitty story and a shitty character development, plot armor after plot armor, oh my god, it begins to make you just want to fucking just die on the inside. It's really sad. So, why are people having a problem with The Last of Us Part 2? I know I'm a little late on this, but I'm just finally ready to come out and say... So, The Last of Us Part 2 came out about a few weeks ago, and it got review bombed like crazy. Like fucking crazy. Almost as crazy as the background noise with the fan. I'm sorry, it gets a little hot in here when I get pretty livid. So, people were absolutely livid before this game even came out, and even more when the game came out. And why were people so upset? Well, it's because they didn't like the way it was going. And I'm going to spoil this for all of you. If you don't know by now, that's your fucking problem. I'm sorry. Leave now if you don't want to hear spoilers for this game. But if you're like me, one of those people who actually spoiled it for people on YouTube because I just didn't give two fucks because I thought it was really, really fucking stupid on how they did it, I want to let you know. I want to let you know that you could be wasting your money and your fucking time. For people who don't go into a game without doing any research, look, I understand completely. You don't want to watch trailers. You don't want to watch teasers all the time because you don't want all these cool things spoiled for you. I get it. I did that for Mass Effect. Luckily, Mass Effect 2, I did that for Mass Effect 1 and 2, and I was blown away by it. Even Mass Effect 3, whatever. Keep your Mass Effect 3 opinions to yourself right now. But I'm just saying, like, I've done it before. But there was still research involved. I still watched a couple trailers of the game. I just didn't watch like in-depth analysis of like what you can do in the game because I wanted to be surprised. Okay, so there was like a balancing act there. Okay, got that? So I'm here for you guys to not make the same mistake by wasting your money on a game that you're going to be disappointed with. And hey, if you're one of those guys out there or one of those people out there that love The Last of Us Part 2, good for you. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you. You like The Last Jedi of video games? That's fine. I don't care. Okay, you do you. It's how you felt about it. If you felt strongly connected with it in some shape or form, good for you. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and bash on you only. I'm just gonna let you know why I think the game is bad, not because of why you like it entirely, or it's just my opinion. There you go, my humble opinion, right? But as a writer myself, I know that sounds kind of pompous, but it's true. As a writer myself of a book and a bunch of short stories, yeah, that's all I have so far, guys. But hey, do you have a book? I don't think so. If you do, let me read it. I would love to see it. Just no 50 Shades of Grey. Gray. Jeez. Or Black Swan stuff. Weird reference. So, why was it bad? Why was The Last of Us Part 2 bad? Well, like I said, it all started about a month ago with the spoilers for the game. The spoilers for the game is what really did it in for this. This is what dug its grave for a lot of people. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Liar!
No, I'm not lying. I'm telling you, people were fucking mad. They were so mad about it that they were just slandering Naughty Dog. They were slandering Neil Druckmann, whatever the fuck that douchebag's name is. Sorry, bro, but I don't like you as a game developer. You're a scumbag. And trust me, we'll get to that in a second on why. It'll all work out in the end. But people were so fucking upset. They were so upset. Spoilers, because two main characters get killed. Okay? Well, did Ellie die in the end? Or her lover died? That's the thing. Angry Joe's show, I didn't ever show like Ellie actually dying. It showed Joel dying. And whatever. Okay, let's just start with Joel, okay? Let's just have a place to start. Joel dying. That is, okay, he had it coming, right? Right? Because of, like, the decisions he made throughout his life on how to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. Look, that's just how it is. There's hard choices we have to make, and we have to live with them. If you watched The Last of Us or played it, then you know what I'm talking about. That decision he made at the end of the game was going to eat him in the end. It was going to eat him up, or it was going to come back and bite him in the ass. Now, I'm okay with characters dying, okay? I understand that. But when it's done so poorly executed, it had no character driven, like, it was just done in such an unnatural way, it just didn't make sense. It's like, when that moment happened, when Joel gets shot with a shotgun, him and his brother Tommy were basically fucking retarded. They did so much work to stay hidden, to stay secure, that they all of a sudden dropped their guard and be surrounded by strangers in a stronghold. This is because they were running away from zombies, right? Like, oh, what do you do? That they just let themselves be known, like, hey, I'm Joel, and this is my brother Tommy. When Joel would know that his name sends ripples in the fucking etherverse, okay? And Tommy wouldn't be like, hey, you guys should stay with us. Yeah, we got plenty of food. No, they wouldn't do that because they're older people who's been through a lot of shit, okay? They're not like fucking naive schoolgirls who don't know how to lose their V-card for the first time. They don't know how to blow dick for a living. Whatever. Oh, Nico, that's sexy. Shut up. Let me live my life.
Fuck! Get this guy off me!
That's what she said. Anyway, and then it's just like, and then boom, he gets killed in the first 2 hours of the game. So why does this upset me? Like I said, that's not how you make characters. That's not how you drive the story. Now, if Joel died near like the climax of the game, like midway or maybe 3/4 of the game, okay, I would have been a lot better. I would have been okay with that. But dying in the first 2 hours, if not an hour, depending on how fast you play, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? That's not what you do. You make us wait 7 years for this shit. And you're gonna fucking kill off one of the most beloved characters that people have known, that have grown to love in the past decade? That's not what you do. You don't fucking pull a Game of Thrones season 7 and 8 and just take a shit on the story like that for character development. You guys like that reference? That's not what you do. Now, that's like an ending to a character that happens like on a sequel that comes out 2 years later or something. But 7 years? And then you make us go through an intro sequence of riding on a horse with Joel and his brother? And this whole thing about him giving the guitar to Ellie and passing on the lineage? And then he dies? What? Not even like a noble sacrifice. He just gets shot with a shotgun and beat in the head with a fucking club by a woman, literally a woman. What? And here's the thing. This is what really, really drives people up the wall, and it drives me up the wall. We're playing Abby, who's the murderer of Great Joel, which, like I said, he had it coming, but not like this pathetic. Naughty Dog, you fucked up really badly on that. Really, it's like all the characters just became fucking retarded. Like, duh.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Right? So, we're expected to play Abby through pretty much the first part of the game is kind of mainly Ellie, right? And even though you play Abby in the beginning a little bit, we're introduced to her. Because who the fuck knows who? Well, like, we don't know her motives are. We just know that she's, I got a problem against Joel. It doesn't even explain why he hates her or why she hates him, which is another terrible reason of poor writing. What's the thing here? Why is she killing this guy in cold blood? Why? And then later on we find out. Why later on? Why not the beginning moments? Is that she wakes up from a dream, right? Why couldn't she wake up from a flashback in her dream of her as a kid, us finding out why she doesn't like him? No, we're just expected to understand why she doesn't like him right away. It fucking kills him. Like, oh my god, it's terrible. And then, like I said, we play Abby, a character who has bigger muscles than me, who's, look, I'm not saying that's the reason why I'm upset with it, but I'm just stating a fact here. She's fucking jacked, okay? Who gets railed in the ass, which is really ridiculous and disturbing. That's like more disturbing than the entire game itself, like, because we wanted to see Abby get railed in the ass. Yeah, that's really good. We're glad that we get to see women get railed in the ass, like Khaleesi and fuck, who's Count Drogo, whatever his fucking name is. Fucking, oh god. It's almost like a Game of Thrones moment. But anyway, we're expected to we're expected to respect a character who killed fucking Joel and beats the shit out of Ellie or beats the shit out of Ellie's girlfriend. You make us play a character like that? Are you fucking kidding me? That's like, I'm gonna make another Game of Thrones reference. That's like us playing Bolton, fucking Bolton, who like rapes Sansa Stark, fucking mutilates people with dogs and shit. Like, he's a fucking piece of shit. That's like making us play that character after we played Sansa for so long, or she gets killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't do that. You don't do that, especially after 7 years. And, like, guess what? The parts with Ellie and her girlfriend are fucking boring. I watched, like, 4 hours of gameplay. I tried to watch a full-on gameplay of it. It's fucking boring. You don't do anything. You're just collecting things, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, we're in a building full of bad people, or full of clickers and stuff, for like a percentage of the level. And then like, oh, here are some people that are trying to kill us, some real life people. Oh, a mine went off, but none of us die because of plot armor. Oh, my girlfriend falls through a glass ceiling. She survives because of plot armor. She doesn't get stabbed by glass on the way down. Oh, this guy's about to shoot Ellie in the face. Oh, plot armor. That's okay. Girlfriend to the rescue. Shit like that is the reason why this game sucks in a story-related stuff. And like I said, it's just... You don't make us fall in love with these new cast of characters. We're supposed to feel some kind of way. Some pregnant lady who's fucking dumb as fuck with her pregnant, with a child who's climbing walls, shooting the shit out of stuff. I'm really glad we care about the maternity leave in this game. And then also, just, there's so much to talk about Abby. She's just not a likable person. She's got a stick up her ass. But guess what? We're supposed to think that she's such a good person. Think, ooh, she plays with dogs. She's really nice. But Ellie, this character who the game was supposed to be mainly about, kills dogs and, you know, has a really big stick up her ass because her fucking, basically her father figure, stepdad, fucking gets killed by fucking Abby. And we're supposed to play the rest of the game as Abby and respect her viewpoints? No. That's not what you do after making us wait 7 years, okay? If anything, it's supposed to be about Joel and Ellie. Abby is just, look, she should have been just a side character, okay? Now, that's the main, I'm sorry, I went on a big rant there, but that kind of ties in with the spoilers of why that writing is so piss poor. There's so many more things. Like, I'm going to keep referencing Angry Joe's show. If you need to watch anything more particular, that pretty much goes into it in a huge in-depth analysis. But it's just so poorly done. And like I said, as a writer, you just don't do that. If I was writing the sequel to my book, I'm not going to make the main character die. That's my fucking problem that I didn't write the book on time to make it seem like it fit what people were waiting. You don't make us wait after delay after delay after delay for a main character to die like that, and then Ellie just gets shattered on, basically. It's just not what you do. So, yeah, the spoilers alone, like that, is just not how you win your audience over. And this is the problem with overhyped games. This game was so fucking overhyped that, you know, people were just really let down from just that story premise alone. Now, the other thing is people don't like the transgender stuff or the lesbian stuff. Like I said, guys, I don't care about that. Whatever, Abby looks like a giant man or whatever. I just don't like Abby is because she kills Joel, okay? And she beats the fuck out of Ellie and kills her girlfriend or whatever. Close to it, does it? I don't know entirely, okay? It's still just shitty nonetheless. It's just a bad thing. And we don't get to play Ellie, who they decide to desexualize. Is that even a word? Yeah. Ellie was a really cute little girl in The Last of Us Part 1. And then as time goes on, she becomes like this dude-looking girl. And I'm like, it's no, just don't. Leave it alone. Like, make us keep liking this person. Don't make her look like a boyish figure. That's just unnaturally designed. And you know they did that shit on purpose because they were trying to make a statement about that stuff. But you know what? Ellie could have still been hot and a lesbian at the same. Who doesn't like a hot lesbian, right? Who doesn't like that? I like hot lesbians. I don't want to see ugly lesbians on screen that look like men. I'm sorry. That's just, look, call me petty, but like I said, it doesn't matter. Let's just say, for argument's sake, she looked the way she does. If the story was good, the writing was fine, and it was a natural flow of the character, she's lesbian anyway, okay, fine. I don't care. I can give it a pass. I just hate it when it's shoehorned, okay? It's fucking shoehorned. Everything, all the main characters are shoehorned that have this LGBTQ type vibe to them, and you know, a lot of Abby's crew is kind of like that, or some of them are just really dumb and poorly, like the pregnant lady, or Abby herself. Like remember, she just gets awkwardly railed in the ass for no apparent reason. It was just like completely forced. And I'm like, is this rape? Is this rape? Is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. So, and another thing is that the ending was terrible for the game. It pretty much ends on a cliffhanger from what I'm thinking, and it just like it leaves you almost in the same demonic state that Mass Effect 3 was. Actually, I think the ending for Mass Effect 3 was way better. Even the original ending for it was complete crap. I don't think you could get any worse than The Last of Us Part 2. It was bad. And it left you with nothing answered. It left you with a rage of wanting refunds and review bombing. So sometimes review bombing, a little bit is justifiable, but this is why you do your research, guys. That way you can be like me and not waste your fucking time or money on such a game and live up to the hype. Some people don't do that. I just don't get it. Do your fucking research, okay? Don't go always in with blind optimism. You should be alert on overhyped stuff like this, okay? You should be alert. This is your own fucking problem. This is your fault that this game let you down because you allowed them to suck you dry of your wall on your dick, okay? Because you were really getting that overhyped boner. And your girlfriend didn't like it. Hey, she didn't like it, but you gave her what in the end? Headshot. That's right. Not a nice one. It wasn't a clean one, I swear. I didn't mean it. Did you wear a helmet, baby? She probably didn't. So, like, there's many more things of why I don't like the game, but just on a story level, that's the one thing I hate about it the most. Joel did not deserve such a cruel fate. Ellie does not deserve such a cruel fate and the way it was executed. I mean, if you're going to make us appreciate these new characters, make us like them. Make us respect why they did the things they did. Like I said, when Abby wakes up from her sleep in the beginning, you could have done a past flashback sequence of Abby as a kid, understanding why she is the way she is. Instead, we're just led to believe that she's just mad because Joel did something, and we're just expected to understand that. Like, that's not what you do after 7 years of no fucking playing the next game. You just don't do that. And the first game doesn't hint at anything Abby related in any way. So she's just a new kid on the block, which was she was probably invented on the last leg of the game. Probably like the last couple years. They were like, okay, let's put in this Abby character. What are we missing from our game? Oh, a transgender looking woman. Okay. But like I said, I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying it was just poorly executed. So that's what the problem. That's what the problem is with The Last of Us Part 2. You know, that's what makes it a trashy game. And all those great reviews for the game. Look, graphically, it's fucking gorgeous. It's an amazing looking game. The motion capture is fantastic. The voice acting is spot on. You got Troy Baker. You got Laura Bailey, who was receiving death threats. A voice actress was receiving death threats because she played a character that nobody liked. You guys need to fucking stop with that shit. You need to fucking grow up and get the fucking dick out of your ass and live and learn with the fucking consequences of your shitty choices. I'm talking about you players that send death threats to people like that. You need to fucking stop, man. Like, isn't the world already in a fucking ruin right now and you gotta just bitch and moan and cry like a little girl you are? I'm at least trying to play devil's advocate here and trying to understand why people didn't like it. And like I said in the beginning, if you liked it, you liked it. Good for you. I'm not going to sit here and complain or convince you why you shouldn't like it. I don't have the fucking time for that. I'm not wasting my fucking life on why you like the game. Look, I liked Final Fantasy IX. That's my favorite game of all time. And I know people that don't like that game. Okay, good for you. I know plenty of people that don't like Mass Effect. And Mass Effect is one of my favorite gaming franchises of all fucking time. Good for you. I don't care. You know, you're your own fucking person. But I try to make an objective standpoint on terrible writing. It's clear as day. It's on the fucking board. It's right in front of you. And yeah, and like I said, I couldn't even finish watching the playthrough because it was so fucking boring. It was so boring, man. And it was cringeworthy to see Joel die the way he did because it was just so fucking. It's just like his character just became fucking brain dead. Literally and figuratively. It's like he wouldn't do this, okay? Like I said, just if you want to watch poor, Like, this game is going to be known in fucking story, creative writing of what not to do in stories. And how to make proper sequels and not how to. Just like Game of Thrones season 7 and 8 on how not to continue a story like this. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Competent writers don't exist when they don't have a book to go off of. Jesus. H. Criminy.
Man, I suck.
So, like I said, I can keep going on with this forever, but you guys kind of get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Now, like I said, Angry Joe Show, watch that video. Just type in Angry Joe Show Last of Us Part 2, and it pretty much goes into much finer detail, more than I do. Okay, now, I'm going to give you guys a warning. This is when I'm going to get fucking livid here. I got a little livid a second ago, but this is going to piss me off here. Okay, we're talking about TikTok now. Okay, so the only reason why I'm interested in talking about TikTok, because it's another Vine type app, and Vine got just stopped. They just canceled it. Now TikTok is supposedly getting canceled. You know, I saw it on TV about people talking about or banning in certain places. Okay, whatever. I'm not into TikTok. And if you don't like TikTok, good. So don't bitch about it if you don't like it. Just don't even pay attention to what people say. It's just don't use it if you don't want it, if you don't care for it. But this is more on a political standpoint, because this really grinds my gears, okay? You heard that from Family Guy. Anyway. This I will read, so we get the finite details. So, trolls Zoom bomb TikTok's Pride event with racist and homophobic slurs, shutting down the day-long event only minutes after it started. And like I said, I don't have a problem with gay people. I don't have a problem with black people. I don't have a problem with transgender people. I don't fucking care. I'm not a piece of shit like that. Like I said in the beginning of this, as long as you're not a serial killer, a serial rapist, or just a rapist in general, a criminal, an illegal, drug dealer, or any of that type of shit, or terrorist, then we're fine. Anything else you do, whatever. If you're not being a corrupt individual, if you're treating other people with respect, you're just minding your own fucking business, good for you. Do your thing. Live your best life, as Neil deGrasse Tyson always says. Just treat others with fucking respect. Oh my fucking god, you guys are ridiculous here. Okay, anyway. A virtual event hosted by the short-form video company TikTok was forced to shut down on Thursday, just 5 minutes after it started, after trolls inundated. I'm being stupid right now. The Zoom call with homophobic and racist slurs. Yeah, I can understand it. It's like someone coming in the party saying, okay, this is exactly what you don't do at a party. If you're ever going to a party, don't just say cops out loud. That's basically what happens. What happens when you say cops? Everybody fucking books it. The party gets shut down, especially as kids illegally drinking and stuff, which happen all the time. You don't go in and say the word cops at a party. Never, ever fucking say that. That's how you get your ass beat, and that's what ruined. That's the biggest buzzkill. And that's exactly what this is, a similarity, okay? The company had planned Thursday to host a day-long event for Pride Month to bring together queer creators, god damn it, on its platform for panels. I'm not saying, god damn it, queer creators. That was just kind of redundant for me to say. For panels, collaborations, and conversations with company employees. Now, if this was an event that was just completely just saying, fuck you, this group of individuals, like this Pride event that was going on was like trying to hate some other group of people for no apparent reason, it was being violent or corrupted, okay, and I understand why people would be upset about that and slander it. But I'm going to go with my gut instinct that it wasn't like that. It was just people just talking, speaking their mind, having their own opinions, and just trying to have a normal conversation. Anyway, let's continue. But as soon as the event kicked off, so-called Zoom bombers, who obtained a link to the video call, filled the text chat and audio with offensive language directed at black people and queer individuals, attendees told Business Insider. Now, I haven't watched the event of what people are saying, so just take this with a grain of salt. I'm gonna try my best to do that, but I'm gonna get pretty fucking pissed off here in a second, and you'll definitely hear me. So TikTok later announced on Twitter on Thursday that it had canceled the remainder of the event and apologized for some bad actors disrupting the event with extremely harmful comments. Can you believe that shit? They have to fucking apologize for these pieces of shit fucking haters, fucking racists, fucking homophobic motherfuckers. Okay? Now, I know people take things, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. They could have been like, oh, They could have said something that was against their ways of thinking. Okay, that's fine. And some people see that as a bad thing, you know, where it's just someone just having a different opinion than you about on a political standpoint. Okay, that's different. But if they were flat out being like, fuck you gay people, fuck you black people, fuck you Mexicans, you're all pieces of shit, straight people are the best way, God doesn't like you, like shit like that, you deserve to die in a fire for that shit. Okay, that's fucked up. But if it's something that has a different opinion, viewpoint on something, that's a little different, okay? But let's go, like I said, for argument's sake, that this was worst case scenario. I mean, if they had to fucking close it down and cause the TikTok to apologize because they were trying to be respectful to, I'm not going to say community because community is such a fucking liberal term, stupid democratic term. This support system, this follower base, this event, they're trying to do something positive, and motherfuckers that give me, a straight white conservative male who voted for Trump, a bad name, okay? You don't have to like me for that, for whatever I believe, whatever. We'll get to that in a second, okay? It's fucked up. But can you believe it? Can you believe that shit? It's...
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
It's absolutely ridiculous. We can't just let people live their fucking lives on a normal basis. Okay, for more than 2 hours after the Zoom call abruptly ended, creators said they were left in the dark about what had happened or what the plan was for the remainder, the Pride events. Okay, you need to do some spell check, dumbass. In a transcript of the Zoom's call text chat sent to Business Insider, trolls almost immediately flooded the chat with messages about straight pride, Donald Trump, and Chick-fil-A, the food chain that donated millions of dollars to anti-LGBTQ organizations, which they... Okay, so the thing is about Chick-fil-A is that they supposedly stopped doing that. They actually were trying to support LGBTQ in the end, but then they kind of went back on that and were secretly doing more donations to anti-organizations again because they got caught. You can look it up, and I'm just like, fucking Chick-fil-A. Their food's not that great. It's overpriced anyway, so don't even worry about it. You're not missing out. Some Zoom bombers with usernames like gay, not okay, repeatedly posted slurs for black people and queer individuals in the chat. Like, oh my god, like this makes me so mad. Okay, this is why people don't like Donald Trump, don't like white people, don't like straight people. Like, I'm just saying, because there's people out there that don't like white people or like Donald Trump or Chick-fil-A. Because of fucking idiots like this who are absolutely mad with trolliness and fucking crazy. They can't just let people enjoy their best lives. Like, leave the president out of this. Like, there are plenty of gay people who voted for Trump. My manager at the gas station I used to work at voted for Trump. Milo Yiannopoulos voted for Trump. He's a huge gay Christian spokesperson. Whether you like him or not, he voted for Trump. He calls him Big Daddy, too. I'm just saying, there's plenty of gay people out there that like him. There's plenty of black people that like Trump. But the fact that you're slandering people with his name, with this straight pride, you're associating all this under one roof, it gives me a bad image, and it makes people not like me even more. And I can't even sit there and defend myself because I'm going to get fucking, I don't know, my car flipped over or my house burnt down. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you? Are you one of those people out there listening in right now? Are you one of those motherfuckers that think it's funny to do that? What? Don't you have anything else better to do with your lives? Like, go get a fucking job. Well, we can't right now because the government doesn't want us to get a job in the shitty pandemic. But you know what I'm saying? Go fucking learn how to play an instrument. Go fucking jack off to a bunch of porn stars not blowing you. Like, do something better. Why you gotta be like this? Why you gotta make the world a shittier place? It was bad enough that a piece of shit cop, who happened to be white, had to kill this criminal who happened to be black, who turned in like this whole huge Black Lives, George Floyd, Black Lives Matter. It can't be all lives matter, just gotta be Black Lives. You know what I'm saying? Even though, if you look at the FBI statistics, only 9 unarmed black people were killed last year in 2019, and 18 unarmed white people were killed by cops. Okay? You wanna know how many cops died last year? 80! Around 80 something. Okay? But we don't ever get to hear about that. You can look it up. It's under like an FBI database. It's open to the public. Anyway, I'm just saying. The amount of hate and pitchforks and mob mentality that went with that, this is just making it all worse. This is making people hate me and what category I fit under. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. You guys are a bunch of pussies. You guys have no shame, no humility, no fucking repent, no redemption. Haters be haters, man. And I don't ever virtue signal or anything, but you guys need to fucking get a life, man. Like, I hate, it sounds cliche, but you need to get a fucking life. You need to fucking learn your place and learn not to abuse the freedom of speech that many, many, many people gave their lives for. Okay? This is the best fucking country on the goddamn planet. And you know why people don't leave America when they say they're leaving? Because it's the best fucking country. You know why people illegally come into America? Or immigrants or people illegally come in here to sell, profit, and all this shit? Criminals and all that, drug lords. Because they know how great America is. They know how much money they can make, whether it be corrupted usage or clean usage. People flood from all over the world to come to America because they know how fucking awesome we are. And we get pieces of shit like this who are trying to ruin the patriotic image. Okay? Whether you're a patriot or not, it doesn't matter. The point is that we don't deserve this kind of treatment, man. They're just doing an innocent pride event. And as I mentioned before, if this pride event was trying to slander, throwing down statues of political figures, or hating a group of other people, like it's just kind of just not helping the situation, then I completely understand. But it's still, two wrongs don't make a fucking right. Just let them do what they want to do. But just come on. God, man. Okay, anyway. Unbelievable, man. Unfucking believable. This is why people don't like human beings. This is why we're such a shitty race, a shitty species, I'm sorry. This is why there are people out there that don't like to be human, because there are some fucking twisted individuals out there who just like to bully people into what they want them to believe. That's not how it's supposed to be. All the freedoms we have in this country were built on the freedom of expression, the freedom of, it can't be equality. Equality is an impossible thing. It's never going to happen, folks, whether you believe it or not. And the more you force it upon people, it's just going to become worse. I'm sad. That's just the truth. But don't take my word for it. Just take what's going on in the real world out there. Okay? So, the organizers of the call disabled the text chat as the event was starting. Attendees said then as Vanessa Papas, TikTok's U.S. general manager, attempted to share her screen to introduce the event, the trolls took control of the call and blasted an incredibly loud, distorted audio clip that contained racial slurs. TikTok ended the event moments later, just minutes after it began. It's like, are you guys...
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Fuck! Get this guy off me!
It's like they just can't leave it alone. It's like they're fucking mental. These are mental, fucked up individuals who can't let it go. These are the type of people who be a part of like the KKK, which, by the way, a Democrat invented the KKK. I was about to say Jim Bezos or George Russo, but oh my god, I fucking forgot his name. Oh my god, let me look it up. You know what? It doesn't even matter. You just look it up. But the leader of the KKK, it's like these people are like a part of that. Like they only want white supremacy, right? These pieces of shit, and it's like this isn't helping anyone. Why send the rift? Why be the Moses that parts the Red Sea? One side is this group of people and the other side is this group. Just bring it together and just talk about anything, right? Now with this whole pandemic, this whole George Floyd, this whole fucking TikTok thing, the whole Last of Us Part 2 type political shit, it's like it just puts us in more danger. This makes people not like America, even though, like I said, people come in by the millions to America because they know how great it is. But this isn't helping anyone. This isn't helping the president's image. Isn't helping me being a straight person, a white conservative male, my image. It's like I have my beliefs and you have your beliefs. I'm not going to go out there and fucking slander and step on you and kick you while you're down. I would like to know why you believe this kind of way in a respectful manner. Have a debate or something. Just talk to somebody. But people can't do that. People just can't do it. They just can't do it. So, several LGBTQ creators told Business Insider that while they were shocked by the behavior of the trolls, you know what? Don't even give them the word trolls. These aren't trolls. These are fucking twisted individuals. These are fuck faces. Okay, let's call them that. Trolls is... Look, I get people troll me all the time, but usually trolling is out of at least the underlying thing that they're just being silly. You know, if you're being a dark, twisted motherfucker, that's not trolling. That's just being cruel, man. That's just being a piece of shit. Trolling has its limits, okay? Same thing with memes. If a meme isn't funny and it's just flat out being garbage just to be garbage, or douchey just to be douchey, yeah, no one's gonna respect you. So, TikTok failed to adequately secure the calls and take precautionary measures for Zoom, a platform that has come under fire for handling of privacy and security issues. Yeah, it's TikTok's fault, right? It's all TikTok's fault that they allowed these fucking pieces of shit. How were they supposed to fucking know that? Right? Look, if you don't like TikTok because of the way they handled it, what do you expect them to do? Who in their fucking goddamn right? We're only human, right? We're flawed pieces of shit, flesh and bone humans. What were they supposed to do? They were just doing an innocent case, an innocent event. They were just minding their own fucking business. You know, I know there's risk involved in people getting into this shit. So it's their fault that they didn't handle the troll. They canceled the comments, they disabled the comments, and they disabled the call. They did as much as they could. And that was like barely any time into the event. It just automatically was failure to launch. It was a dumpster fire. Yeah, that's TikTok's fault. Yeah, way to go, people. If you think that it's all TikTok's fault, then you need to fucking set your facts straight, okay? Fucking do some homework. You lazy pieces of shit. Okay? I don't care. If you're my friend and you haven't done your research, yeah, you're a lazy piece of shit if you automatically jump on the hype train or the fucking cancel culture. There's people that want TikTok to be canceled. Why do you want things to be canceled? Why? Because they supposedly fucked up once? You want to cancel them? Just like the CEO of fucking oh my god, CrossFit made a fucking George Floyd COVID pandemic joke, and Reebok wasn't partnered with him. People didn't want to do business with him anymore, and he stepped down as president. Oh my fucking god. You guys need to fucking grow up and deal with it. Jesus Christ. Like, even if it was in poor taste, depending on how you saw it. Like, fucking look between the lines. Oh my god. Take it with a grain of salt. You fucking little babies. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. It's like cancel culture. You fucking cowards. Jesus Christ. Blame it on the news, blame it on the alcohol. So, TikTok creator I Kiss Puppy, who has 77,000 followers on the platform, wrote in a message to Business Insider. I was never confident in TikTok's idea of support in the first place. It's actually quite obvious they don't care. They shadow ban LGBTQ plus content creators and have miraculously done this, referring to the hashtag MyPride event, because they face severe backlash. Whatever support they speak of is ineffective, then being caught. So what you're trying to say... Wait, you're the creator and you don't know... What? So what you're trying to say is that this was all a setup? Is that what you're trying to say? You're trying to fucking say that TikTok is entirely to blame. Let's just say... Okay, let's just say... if they did shadow ban LGBTQ content, okay? Let's just say that. This still doesn't justify these motherfucking trolls to go into this shit and ruin this Pride event. Maybe they were trying to have a redemption arc. You don't believe in redemption? You just automatically cut someone's dick off after they call you a scumbag or something? You just fucking send them to the fucking guillotine? Or they punch you in the face for no reason? You just want them to be dead right away? Come on! How fucking medieval are you thinking these days? Jesus Christ! We have a fucking justice system that puts serial killers in behind bars and not kill them right away. We give them a fair trial. But people like to go with guilty till proven innocent. It's not guilty till proven or innocent till proven guilty anymore. No. It's just off with their head, get rid of them. That's so medieval of you guys to think. Like, fucking do some research once in a while. So like I said, look, if they factually, I'm just saying, if they factually shadow ban people. And guess what? You guys have a problem with shadow banning? Imagine how I feel as a straight white male conservative on fucking YouTube and Twitch, which conservatives get shadow banned all the fucking time. Content creators get banned all the fucking time. They get banned on fucking Twitter. Nick DiPaolo is the prime example of being banned on Twitter for being a conservative. Steven Crowder is a prime example of him getting like shadow banned with comments and notifications on YouTube. I don't get notifications when people subscribe to me all the time. And for people who comment on my videos. I don't get that all the time. It's like, okay, maybe you are a queer or a black content creator. Maybe that's happening to you. It's still fucked up nonetheless, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. So this person just justifying TikTok getting trolled. It's like, that's what they get for doing this. What? What? You're along with this cancel culture? Fuck you. At I Kiss Puppy, you can't even say your fucking name, you fucking coward author of this article. Well, it's not entirely clear what happened at the Pride event. Some attendees said on Twitter that they discovered a TikTok user who had shared a link to the Zoom call with their followers and encouraged them to troll the event. That account has been since suspended. Okay, so you suspend that guy who was definitely the guy who opened the floodgates, but you want to cancel TikTok. Oh, okay. This was just the last straw, apparently. Zoom first widely addressed Zoom bombing in March as the coronavirus pandemic moved social and professional interaction remote. Trolls started to take over Zoom call en masse, disrupting student classes, church services, Alcoholic Anonymous meetings, and more. The issue became so prevalent that the FBI sent out a warning to users to password protect their meetings. Zoom faced criticism for its lack of security and was pressured to tighten its privacy settings. However, incidents of Zoom bombing are still reported, especially in video chats catering to marginalized groups. Yeah, marginalized groups. We just can't all be under one roof. Nope. That's not what this country was built on. No, we got to marginalize. We got to be still called communities, marginalized. Can't just all be, we got to always stay segregated because we have different skin color. You people aren't helping. So, TikTok sent a letter to the LGBTQ creators on Thursday apologizing for the harmful content. The letter viewed by the Business Insider said that TikTok was exploring other ways to share content and plan for the #MyPride event. Here's a thing for TikTok that they did fuck up on. Don't use Zoom! If you know Zoom bombing is a thing, then don't fucking use it. Use something else. Use Skype for fuck's sake. Use Discord. Use something that's more reliable. I don't fucking know. Use some streaming platform that's way more reliable, that has tighter security. It's like, whatever. But when you use a program like Zoom, who is loosely based with shitty security systems, it's probably not a good idea to use it. So you kind of get what you asked for. I mean, they didn't ask for it, but work with me here. It's the entire thing is a shitty situation. It's just fucking ridiculous. In the late 2019, TikTok admitted that it used a set of policies to suppress content created by users they dubbed vulnerable to bullying, including fat, disabled, and queer people. TikTok said that those policies are no longer in use. Okay, so that's the end of that article. So, look, if you're just being a piece of crap person and you're just blatantly going out there just to be the loudest person, the elephant in the room, or loudest person in the room, no one's going to like you. Loud and obnoxious. If you're just being disrespectful, no one's going to like you. No one thinks you're funny. You need to get a life. You need to grow a pair, get some chest hair on yourself, talk to a lady, and fucking stand up for yourself, and not be a piece of shit, and work out maybe, so you can actually, look like you actually give a shit about yourself. So, this was a lot to go through. When we actually reached the hour mark, that's pretty crazy. There was, these two sections went good. It was a good thing I made a whole Final Fantasy IX video of celebrating the 20th anniversary. I'll just summarize that real quick once we're done with this. So, guys, you shouldn't want cancel culture for this stuff. Nothing's perfect. And like I said, if you don't like them, you don't like them. Should you want to hang them on a noose? TikTok or Zoom? Just don't use them. I don't use TikTok. I don't use Snapchat. I barely use Facebook. I barely use Instagram. I mainly use Twitter just to post pictures or stuff about me in general. But I'm never virtue signaling. I'm never slandering people. I'm just minding my own business, living my best life. And, if you have something to say, you have something to say. Whatever. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If you don't like it, you don't like what I have to say, you don't have to like it. I don't fucking care. Okay? I just care that we can actually grow as people for once in our fucking life as individuals, as human beings, to understand one another. Because now we're just going back to the past. And, history likes to repeat itself because people want this to happen. They want this slander. They want this segregation. They want these communities to be made. They want these marginalized groups. They want the George Floyds of the world to burn the whole place on down. They want the Black Lives Matter to not be what they truly represent by burning down churches, destroying people's reputation. No. It's all lives matter, okay? Unless you're a terrorist or a serial killer or a criminal or a piece of shit individual who doesn't deserve anybody's respect. Then fuck you, right? But for everyone else who just wants to just do their own thing and be happy and do the thing, like I said, do the things they love, why are you going to ruin it? Why are you going to be that kind of person? Why are you going to be that? A virgin for the rest of your life. So, I will talk about Final Fantasy IX real quick. It's the best game of all time for me, my favorite game of all time. 20th anniversary happened. The game turned 20 about a few days ago, and I'm super excited. I believe July 7th it turned 20. So very exciting. I've been streaming Final Fantasy IX quite a bit. I just released a video about 18 minutes long that talks about my love for it. And there was an article I was going to read it for the interview, but you know what? We kind of ran out of time. But hey guys, Final Fantasy IX is such a great game. You definitely need to check it out. If you like JRPGs, if you can handle the old school turn-based style, you'll definitely love it. It's so good. It's so good. So, whether you like me or not by the end of this podcast or Twitch stream or whatever you want to call it, I don't care. You guys do what you want. You take what you can get, and just use the knowledge to the best of your abilities. But in the end, I just hope that we can come to an understanding with one another, because the human race is already flawed as it is. Let's not make it worse. Come on, guys. Let's do better. Let's just do a little better. Quit being a piece of shit, okay? Fucking grow a pair. And as a woman, you could probably do that in 2020. So, I've been your host, NikoTheLegend, the well-mannered teenager, and the snowflake. Don't worry, those are nicknames that I did not come up on my own will. Those are just from people I played video games with, or I've gotten in YouTube comments, because apparently I'm a snowflake. Oh, I forgot to say at the end, the perfect title for The Last of Us Part 2, this is the troll title I made, I call it The Woke of Us Part 2020. There we go. All right. So, guys, I hope you did enjoy. You're always welcome to follow me on the Twitch channel, the Twitch, the YouTube, Twitter, and on Spotify. Just type in the NIKO Show on any of those platforms, and you will find me. And I hope to see you guys again soon. This was fun. I finally got to get this out there. And you know what, guys? Let's just be a little bit better. Okay, Pathfinders? All right, guys. You have a good night. And one last segue to say goodbye.
We can dance. Retard alert, class.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.